Greetings, Earthbound travelers. Welcome. We are kicking off a new season of our Sunday night shows. We are doing The Curse of Strahd. Who are we, you ask? Why, we're Will of the Dice. Who am I? I am your friendly Dungeon Master, Tyr the DM. I'm the world's okayest DM and have the t-shirt to prove it. I will be guiding you all through the lands of Ravenloft and Barovia to see if you can survive in the world where vampire rule. But before we get there, we got some housekeeping and some introductions. First and foremost, we are for mature audiences. Viewer listener discretion is advised. Secondly, we do not encourage the use of nicotine products such as vaping because some of us do doesn't mean you should. We want you to be happy and healthy. Third, sometimes our battle maps contain strobing, flashing lights. If you're sensitive to that, be aware. And finally, this is a gothic horror game. If you are sensitive to such things, turn back now. And to talk to you about our partners in this endeavor, we'll hand you over to Locke.
Hi gamers, I'm Locke Clark. I'm going to take a moment and talk to you about our partners. First, our musicians, those wonderful and talented people who've given us permission to use their music in our show to bring it more to life for you. They make our theme song, which is amazing, and they make the highs feel higher and the lows feel lower and the tension feel tenser when we're fighting those battles. And tonight, those musicians are Michael Gelfie, Kevin MacLeod, Jeff Farber, Dwergar, and our very own Patrick Taylor. Thanks, Peculiar Patrick. Also, we'd like to take time and thank our partners in this endeavor. First up is Red Panda Dice and Delights. Fine makers of quality dice for all your dicing needs when you buy Red Panda Dice. They come with a cute little red panda face right there on the natural 20 side of the D20. They also have the panda face on the 6 side of the D6, so that when you roll that critical hit, you get to see a cute little panda staring up at you going, "You did it. You stabbed him right in the spleen." And who doesn't want that? In addition to dice, you can also get cool things like this little plushie. He's wearing a hoodie. That hoodie has a pocket. You can put shit in that pocket. I'm not going to tell you what to put in there because I'm not your mom. So to get your very own dice or plushie, go over to redpandadice.com and tell them Tyr sent you. Also, we'd like to thank our other partner, Stalwart Makery. Stalwart Makery makes fine quality wooden dice and gaming accessories for your table. You can get DM screens, you can get dice trays, stuff like that. We all roll in Stalwart's dice trays. You saw the lovely Ames Vanna Whiting one for you just there. I roll in one. I've been rolling in one since first season. I personally endorse this product. You should go get one. They're great for rolling your dice in. Go check out their brand new website, stalwartmakery.com. And if you like that website, go check out our website because it's also brand new, made by the same people that made that one. And you can get cool merch like a Will of the Dice hoodie like the one I'm wearing right now to rock for your very own. Or you can get ones with character faces on them. And I understand we've got some new art coming soon for these new characters that you could possibly get on a shirt or hoodie. So go check that out at willofthedice.com. You're muted, Tyr.
I want to take a moment to thank our producer, Ames. Our background video, our boxes, our layout, that's all Ames. We thank you for doing that so that I don't have to. And I got to tell Patrick, music slaps this time. It's fire. All right. All that being said, let's get into introductions.
I think that's a me. Hi, this is Ames. Tonight I'm playing Ripa. And you can find me on Twitter at LollyGPipo.
What up, Internet? It's me, Patrick, ya boy. And tonight I'm playing Route. You can find me on X at Peculiar Patrick. Oh, no, wait. No, you can't. You can't find me on the social media anymore. I got rid of that thing. You can find me here. Hang out here.
Hi, gamers. I remain Locke Clark because the powers that be told me I couldn't go until I finished. And tonight I'll be playing Jochi Kafre. And you can find me all over the social medias at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hey everyone, I'm Ren Matley, she, her, and tonight I'm going to be voicing Ewan.
Hey everybody, this is Christina, she, her, and I'll be the voice of Damia Jorshi, also she, her. And you can find me on Twitter at Tia Morskaskula or on Blue Sky at Deadly Kisses.
And I have returned from the dead. I am John. You can find me on the internet as that film guy, either with or without underscores, depending on the platform. I'll let you do the detective work on that. And tonight I'll be playing Botwell Dimitru, a Danfield paladin.
All right. So let's get into the most important part of our evening, our safe word. Our safe word tonight is anti-establishment dysenterianism.
Anti-establishment. Try saying that with a
Dysentery.
Cool Hand Luke accent.
No, our safe word tonight is rosebud. I was just fucking with my players, trying to get a little bit of mirth in before we get into the dark and spooky. Ooh. Yeah. So that's your safe word. Are there any last requests before we get rolling tonight?
Pro formally not the face.
Okie dokie. We'll give it the old Harvard try.
Where I parked my car.
There are things unseen. There are individuals unknown. There is a darkness that lies within the land that few ever recover from to spread its tale. It is a place where the very land itself that you tread upon seeks to devour your mortal soul. But we're not going there just yet. No, I want everyone to please roll a d20, and I'll see who my first victim is. John.
6.
Christina.
9.
Ren.
9.
Locke.
Lucky number 13.
Patrick.
17.
And Ames.
A waste of a nat 20.
We went in
We
ascending
start.
order.
That's creepy. Oh, I forgot to set the mood. One moment, please. That's better. We are in the land of Runithakesha. We start under the Ragnakarn Mountain in a civilization that has been kept secret for centuries. This little place, a haven for a specific race that has stayed away from man, stayed away from everything. We come to a small house chiseled in the ceiling of the cavern, a small individual sitting on their porch, as some are prone to do about the time of evening, when one of their acquaintances will come running. Reaper! Reaper!
What?
Oh, you did it now!
I did nothing. I'd sit on my porch. What are you talking about?
Reaper, the council wants to see you.
Maybe a good thing. I haven't been
Council never good thing. What did you do, Reaper?
I haven't been bad lately. No, not lately.
You betcha hurry.
Reaper will stand up, kind of like, roll their shoulders a little bit, shake their arms. Their membrane-like wings will kind of come unfolding out from along their spine, and as they stretch out a little bit, they'll hop down off their porch and fly their way towards the council.
Making your way to the seat of 7. as the council is known. The guards barring the door for but a moment when they recognize you. You'll bet's a hurry, Reaper. They plenty anxious.
I hurrying, open the door already.
They will open the door. You will see there the 7 heads of the 7 tribes, sitting at a circular table, a seat prepared for an 8th. That would be you. Their stern looks follow your every movement. If they could actually see instead of echolocate. But they know where you are, and they look most serious.
Reapa's gonna shrink a little. He's a very tall, thin, shade wing. He's about 6 foot, but feeling the gazes on him, he's gonna kind of, his ears are gonna droop down a little bit, and he's gonna kind of, I came as quick as they told me.
The 7th, the head, the one sitting in the middle, Karka, addresses Reaper. You setsa now, Reaper. We talk.
Yes. Reaper will sit.
You have done plenty big trouble over the years, Reaper. You break our codes and go out to see what you can see. You have the lust, and our shamans cannot cure it.
Nobody ever saw Reaper. Nobody. Nobody ever saw Reaper.
We have come together to discuss what we should do with you, Reaper. You break many rules. You want to see the world so much, we's going to send you there.
Not trick?
Not trick. We needs to see if it is safe for Shadewing to come out. So long we have been hidden, we do not know what lies without. And those that grow stale in their ways, they soon die. Isn't known.
So, Reaper go see. But this not trick.
Reaper go see. Not trick.
Okay. I go.
You go.
He's gonna stand up, kind of awkwardly, bow, and then he's excited. Like, his whole body is almost vibrating. They've told him he gets to go and watch people, and this isn't a trick. And so he's gonna bow and try to be as proper as possible until he gets to the other side of the door, and then he's just kind of like, the only way to describe it is almost like a bat person version of the Kermit flail. Like, yeah! Run off to his house to gather his things.
It does not take you long to gather your things, for the Shadewing are people of few physical possessions. Your acquaintance, Zah, returns. Wells, they're gonna take Reaper's head?
No. Much better. I get to go outside. It not trick.
Why would you want to go outside? Bad out there.
How do you know? You've never been outside. I've watched. He's going to count on his very, very thin little fingers. They're almost skeletal-like. They're just very thin, a little bit longer than normal humanoid fingers. He's going to do some count. I've watched 4. 4 of them. They're quite interesting.
Reaper not seen 4 of them. Reaper lied.
Yes, I have. I saw a really, really short one, had really crazy hair, and hair on its head, and I believe his face and carried large stuff and hammered on rocks and trees. I've seen a tall one, and I think one of the 4 was one of their women's. I'm really not sure. They all had facial hair. But I've seen 4. You don't know it bad out there. You've never been out there.
You crazy, Reaper. You crazy.
Maybe, but I get to go outside. He's gonna
You be
finish-
safe out there.
I will. He's gonna give Za a hug. I come back and tell you all the stories.
All right. Well, what does Reaper do?
He's gonna go gather his little stuff. Like you said, they're not materialistic. So basically, he's got a little set of goggles. As you had pointed out, shade wings only see by echolocation, but their eyes do have trouble with daylight or bright light. So he has a little pair of, like, think Snoopy and the Red Baron. He has a little pair of goggles. He's going to gather up a scarf that's made out of all different colored, it's fur, essentially. It's shade wing fur, but it's been dyed different colors that he tucks around his neck. And he's going to make sure that his battle harness is, or I should say just his harness, is fastened. Shade wings have an interesting layout to their back, their wings, because they go all the way down their spine, and they don't split until the top of the tailbone to follow down the backs of the legs. They can't wear normal pants or they wouldn't be able to use their wings. So he wears a harness that is a yoke collar around the neck. It's a V of leather that goes down the chest to just above the belly button, and then it is fabric that has been sewn to that covers the groin area, passes around the back, covers part of the booty until it's sewn onto a strap of leather on the back that then goes all the way up the spine and connects to the back of the collar. And this is what they just kind of call their harness, battle harness, what have you. Sometimes they're studded on the back strap, but the flat leather against their chest has D-rings and sheaths, and they have a little system of D-rings and hooks that allows them to have, like, carry a bag, a pouch, a arrow case or quiver that they've come up with that will fit on that. And he's going to gather all that up, make sure he has all of his daggers and his short sword, and off he will go.
It takes you several hours to reach the end of the Shadewing territory. You have a small vent in the top of the mountain that will allow you to slip out into the world of the day.
He'll crawl through the vent. He'll look around. Often, I'm guessing that area around the vent is where they do any above ground stuff that they sometimes do.
Yes.
He's just going to look around and make sure there's nobody standing there, because he was going to make sure to tell them that the council told him he can leave.
Make a perception check.
Okay. He was told no trick. Alright, that's a 15.
There's nobody here.
If he sees nobody there, he's gonna kind of, walk to the nearest edge of the mountain and kind of look down and around and think for a second, not quite sure which direction he wants to go. Just then, after kind of looking, he'll decide to head east, as that's the last direction he went where he saw a person.
Heading east, you come to the edge of the Whispering Wood, the Weeping Forest. You see that, or feel rather, night is coming. You descend to take a perch on a large oak. It is a cool night, It's not cold, but it's not as warm as your home. A small shiver will touch your spine. Maybe it's a chill, maybe it's anticipation. As you hang there, a thick mist will come rolling in. A eerie mist. It feels unnatural.
Oh. It's gonna. This no good. Don't like this. I'm gonna look around for a second and try to fly to where it looks like it's no mist.
That's just it. There's mist as far as the eye can see.
Normally, he would have been hanging from the branch, wrapped in his wings to sleep. But he's gonna basically pull himself up, sit there on the branch, and try to look around. Never seen this before. Maybe they right after all. Maybe you should stay home.
From the mist, a figure will appear. Tall, at least 7'7", lanky, bony, their cheeks sunken in, their eyes deep into their skull. They are dressed in black with a tall hat. It is what Reaper would not know, an undertaker. It will look at Reaper. It will nod. You will do. You'll do just fine.
Do what? Reaper no know you.
The mist will suddenly explode upward, wrapping around you. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Remember, I'm just a little guy. That's a 7.
You will go unconscious, and we will move from you. The 5 who remain, cast your lots, roll a d20. John, you're muted, sir.
7 for me.
Christina,
6.
Ren,
17.
and Locke.
18.
We're going with Locke now. We scan into a tavern of sorts. Where it sits, none are quite sure. They just know they find it from time to time. Inside it is manageable busy. There are a few loud patrons, but for the most part, everyone minds their business. Tell us who you are and where we can find you in this tavern.
Jochi is in the kitchen, wearing an apron, working over a stove, busy making some extravagant thing that seems somewhat out of place in a crossroads side tavern like this place. The people there, they look at him strangely. He doesn't quite fit in, but they've tasted his food. They've sort of just come to accept his presence. He mostly keeps to himself.
What does Jochi look like?
Jochi is a skeleton. He is just bones.
Okay.
He's He's about 6'4". Built like someone who would weigh about 177 pounds. He's currently probably wearing something with the sleeves rolled up. He's got an apron on. He's got something thrown over his head just out of habit, like a bandana scarf sort of thing around the top of his head, and he's just he's chopping something, root vegetables probably, and adding spices to a simmering mix. But he's a little restless. He's been here for a while, and it's starting to bother him.
There is another here, is there not?
There is.
Stepping into the kitchen, Christina, would you please do us the honor?
So Damia is Vistani, so kind of like the Romani. In
Okay.
dress. She's about 5'6", black hair, brown eyes. Kind of has a faraway look at him, but her personality doesn't match that. And so she's been in and out of this inn the last couple of months, and is looking for adventure. So
Damia, come here, quickly. I need you to try this. I've made it just for you. It is as hot as I can make it here. And I slide you a small bowl that appears to be whatever is simmering in the pot, but the color has changed dramatically for the bowl I've made for you.
ooh, she's gonna stick a little finger
Yes.
in. It's pretty close, but I know they limit you here, and she's just gonna start eating it while she talks to him.
I'm afraid, my dear, I've made a decision.
A decision about?
Staying. I'm not. I can't just keep cooking at the crossroads. I'm here for a reason, and I need to figure out what it is. And, well, can't very well do that in this kitchen. So, I sort of lean out in the way that back of house staff does, and do you see that group there? The one at the table?
Damia's gonna lean and look the way that he's looking. The four over there.
Yes, the broody one and the scaly one and the two sort of bright little ones, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're adventurers.
She's gonna look conspiratorially at him and be like, do you think they'll take us with them?
Wasn't planning on giving them the option, really. Just going to follow them when they leave. Going to gather my things, and I'm going to tender my resignation to Loris, and I'm going. I've made up my mind.
No, we're going. That was the deal.
You're welcome to come. I didn't want to speak for you. You have to make your own decisions, dear. Besides, once they taste my cooking, they'll be bound to want to have us. And you can find us meat.
I guess. Yes.
And as Jochi is saying this, he starts taking off his apron and folding it neatly and gathering his cooking supplies, his utensils, and pulls out a bag and starts dressing. His dress is very Bedouin looking, very desert folk. And the last piece that he puts on, he's got a belt with tassels and some things. The last piece he puts on is a full sort of kafaya style head wrap and a golden colored death mask in the shape of a skull that goes over his own skull to sort of mask his appearance. Well, how do I look? Presentable?
Go knock him dead.
Loris, can I see you in the kitchen, please?
At this point, Damia's gonna exit out with her bowl. I'm not staying here for this.
You're muted, dear.
They will step into the kitchen looking at you with a harsh judgment in their eyes, seeing the dress that you are wearing.
Loris, you are a good man and you run a nice inn. And it has been my pleasure. But I've done all I can for you here. I'm afraid it is my time to move on.
Got a better deal, have you?
Something like that. Dinner for tonight is ready. This just need to keep someone stirring it occasionally. Don't let it burn on the bottom. I've written down a bunch of recipes for you. You should be able to follow them. They are quite simple, even for you.
He will stop for a minute at that, trying to decide if it's an insult or not. And then they'll ask, how much to make you stay?
It's not about money, friend. It's not about the money. It's about the taste. Discovery. The new. I've got to see what's out there. This place is so different than where I come from. I needed to get my bearings when I got here, and I was thankful for this kitchen to help me get my feet under me. But now, I need to go and walk a bit. I need to figure out why, where, what this place is about.
Well, don't go falling apart.
Yes, how droll. Thank you. Yes.
Good luck, Jochi.
Thank you. I hope things continue to go well for you here. May the mists be kind.
Aye. They'll make a holy symbol across their chest as you speak about the mists.
Well, guess I'll be seeing you. Thank you for having me.
Pleasant journeys.
And I'm going to slip out the back door, and I'm going to go around to the front to wait for the adventuring party that were finishing up their meal to decide to leave.
It does not take long. They are speaking amongst themselves about strategy involving some sort of conflict with some sort of monster. They are very, very nondescript intentionally. They pay you no mind as they walk past, heading into the woods.
I look around to make sure that Damia is there, and I turn and start following right behind them, as if I'm part of their group.
Damia's gonna stay further back at first and wait to see how they react to Jochi.
As you step into the woods, it becomes darker. Eyesight betraying here, even those with magic eyes, enchanted vision. The party is soon consumed by a mist before they can even say anything to the new tagalong. The mist swirls. You swear for a moment you see faces. Horrible, disfigured faces staring at you. But that must just be your imagination for this new adventure. Mist will part. A very tall, lanky man, looking almost as dead, if not deader, than Jochi, will come from the mist. They will straighten their silken blacks. They will adjust their top hat. Yes, you two will do nicely.
Do what exactly?
You'll see.
And Damia is just
We will.
nodding like reverently at it.
He will clap his hands and the mist explodes up around you. I need both of you to please make con saves. Damia,
3.
Jochi,
13.
you both fall unconscious. As you fall away to nothing, you hear the man say, "The madam will be pleased." Those that remain, cast your lots. Roll a d20. John,
3. I am determined to go last.
Ren,
16.
Patrick.
4.
We follow now to Runith Kesha, the continent of Verndathar, the kingdom of Iron Sage, the magic acropolis that is the Amber Spire. Where do we find your character? And please tell us who your character is.
So sitting at a table in the library with quite a few books open, taking notes, is a lavender-skinned tiefling who only stands about 5 foot tall. She has... I'm going to mess up my own character description. I can just feel it. She has dark gray horns that curve back from her face. Her hair is really deep brown, almost black. It's curly, but only a few inches long on the top and shorter on the sides. And there's a single gray streak at her right temple. She's wearing a high collared gray blouse and a pair of long, loose fitting, like Victorian style riding pants. And around her shirt has like the puffy sleeves, and around her neck is a simple silver chain, and on it is a silver ring with a blue stone. And she's just leaned over her books, making notes, very focused on what she's doing. And has probably been there for hours.
Go ahead and make a Constitution save.
Okay. 14. Oh, wait. Plus... Do I have any pluses to con? 16.
You fall asleep. You've been studying for hours and it overtakes you. You're startled awake by the slamming of a book.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There before you is one of your most dreaded professors, the contemptuous Professor Leroy. Leraw, because I know you'll want to know for your notes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Professor. Is there something I can help you with?
If you put as much time into learning as you did in not learning, you would be a grade A student.
I'm sorry, Professor. I do try really hard.
I find that doubtful.
Kind of shrinks a little. I do try.
Go to your dormitory. This is no place to be sleeping.
I'm sorry. She's gonna get up kind of hurriedly, like closing up her spell book and putting the cap on her ink and stowing all her things in her bag. closing up the books that she had on the table and stacking them neatly before very sheepishly putting on her backpack and hugging her spell book to her chest and kind of giving a nod before keeping her head down and walking out the door.
As you step out onto the campus, make a perception check.
"22.
You swear for the moment, out of the corner of your eye, you see a face that haunts you in nightmares. The face.
Oh,
The reason you're here.
oh. Who's there?
There is no answer.
Oh." She's gonna kind of look around quickly and, start walking as quick as she can in the direction of her dorms.
As you're walking, you can't help but relive that night. They are there with you. Their laughter, comfort, their touch, warmth. And then they're stripped away.
She's lost in thought. Eyes become watery and vision's a little blurry, rubbing her eyes as she's walking.
As you are walking, you will not notice the mist that comes. You will not notice anything changing until you walk into a lamppost that should not be there.
Oof. Oh, she's gonna look around.
Looking around, there is no amber spire. The large complex is gone. You're standing on a cobblestone street beneath a dimly lit lamp, the darkness gnawing at the light,
Oh, this
with
isn't
figures passed out around you.
right. Oh, this definitely isn't right. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hi, I'm sorry, I seem to have made a wrong turn. Can you point me back to my dorm?
I think the madam would like to see you.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm very busy. I have class first thing in the morning, and if I'm late, my
Sleep,
professor will.
child.
Oh,
You'll feel a cold touch as you fall asleep. Patrick,
Yes.
since you're next, because John's dice have rolled lowest every time, I'm just going to assume he needs to go last. Tell us where we are and who you are.
I would say that we are in the wonderful city of Waterdeep in the beautiful realm of Faerun. It is probably just a simple tavern, bustling as it is. Sitting at the table, his great axe kind of propped up next to him. You will see a shorter individual. He is about 4 feet tall. Behind him is a blazing halo, not above his head, but behind his head.
Like the old stained glass paintings.
Yeah, like the old stained glass paintings. He is wearing a leather armor, so just like a vest with shoulders, bracers. Over that is a blue tunic with a golden scale, like a weighing justice scale, and a hammer underneath of it. So the scale is on top of the hammer. This is my character Rout. He is an Asimar. His face shows his age. He is 47 years old. He has dark brown eyes and alabaster skin, and his hair is shaved on the sides and the back of his head, so that he kind of just has this like kind of mound of curly gray hair. And he is just enjoying a drink after having walked around the city in his kind of soldiery capacity.
As you are there, Route, enjoying your drink, it is a night like any other. You have done your patrol. You have done your duty. You have helped keep Waterdeep safe. Now it's time to relax, have a drink, a bite, and go to bed. But this night, that will be disrupted. One of your guard companions by the name of Matthew will come walking in. Oh, Route, good, you're here.
Why wouldn't I be here?
Well, I didn't know if you'd already eaten and gone home.
Oh, that's very fair.
Look, Captain's offering some extra hours, some extra coin. Said if I got a partner, we could go walk the outer perimeter.
For you, we'll do this task, but know that this is not really my sort of thing.
Well, you know I'm saving up to buy a ring.
That I do, Matthew. And you know what? You're right. That is probably the best thing to do this evening. I'll just get a little extra sleep in the morning, I suppose.
You are the best, Route. Thank you so much. Look, I'll pay for your tab tonight. It's on me.
That's mighty kind of you, but I will pay for my own food as you are still trying to save up for that ring.
Yeah.
Route will eat quickly, finish his beverage, get off of his little stool, and pick up his great axe, kind of put it over his shoulder. All right, I guess we should go on that outer perimeter run.
As you leave the tavern, you're met with many, hey, Route. Hi, Route. Hey, it's Route. As Route is well known here.
Oh.
Route has dutifully done their job for many years. To them, there is no higher calling than justice. And there's no other authority that gives out justice like the city guard. Make a perception check.
You got
Route.
it. And I swipe over to perception. Boom. Dice don't fail me now. It's an 18.
The moon looks odd tonight. There's a red hue to the moon. And as you stare at it, you can't help but get a cold chill down your spine.
He'll kind of shiver and maybe pick up his pace just a little bit as they walk through the city to the outer gate.
As you reach the outer gate, Cole and Raymond are there on duty. Who goes there? Oh, Route, it's you. Not used to seeing you out this time of night. Everything okay?
Oh, it's fine. Just Matthew needed a partner to make up some extra hours on. You gotta get that ring, you know.
Yeah. She is a pretty one. Sarah's a pretty one indeed. How she went for someone like Matthew, I'll never know.
Rather just shake his head. He'll look to Matthew and then look to the gate and start to
They will
walk
open it.
out.
Stepping out, it is a stark contrast. The beautiful buildings, the many lights that burn in windows. Here there is only darkness, that red moon and the twinkling stars. As you're walking the long walk, the wind's a little chillier tonight for some reason. Matthew huddles into his cloak as he's walking. It feels weird tonight, Route.
I did notice the moon looked a little different.
That looks almost scary. You
Uh,
don't think it's one of them prophecies or something they keep talking about in the tavern, do you?
no, couldn't tell you. Didn't don't really concern myself with the tavern talk.
As you're watching the moon route, the world quiet. Even Matthew goes silent.
Rout will stop looking at the moon and kind of look around, realizing that Matthew, who's usually the chatterbox, has stopped talking.
You are in a forest in a thick mist. You are no longer at Waterdeep. You could not have traveled this deep into the forest from where you were. You know those lands like the back of your hand.
Rout will take out his great axe and will touch like the head of it, like rub his hand across it, and say something in a language. And will cast light on the head of his axe, so he has kind of like a light stick, and we'll use it to kind of try and penetrate some of the darkness that's around him.
You know, there's a reason why you drive with your dims on in the fog. It reflects the light back at you. You're almost blinded by this. The mist is so thick and closing in. You'll feel a chilling touch on your shoulder. Fingers, long fingers, inhuman-like, will curl very gently. The madam has needed you. You will do just fine. And with that, the mist consumes you. Please make a constitution saving.
That's an 8.
You are unconscious. And we go now to John. Actually, we go now to our first break. I have to use the little DM's room. Then we go to John. So we're going to take 10 minutes, get our beverages of choice, our snickety snacks, and we'll be back. back. Thank you so much for hanging out while we took our break, got our snicky snacks, our drinks, and our beverages, and all of the good stuffs. Before we get back into it, I want to give 2 shout-outs from LaCadacon. First is Catbat Media. They make these awesome kits for role-playing and calligraphy. You get a glass pen, you get a bottle of ink, you get a great notebook. They got some killer shit. And there's some really killer people. Go check them out. Dumb Tier said to say hi. And I'm going to try to do this without crying. There's a group that comes to ArcadeCon called Sanctuary at Homestead. The tables they run selling stuff, and then they run hobby tables where you can pay to paint for an hour and build a miniature and all that. It all goes to building what they call hope boxes. These are boxes of food and such that they give out to people on the 4 major holidays. They made enough at ArcadeCon to make 100 hope boxes. Go check them out. It's Sanctuary at Homestead. Donate if you can. Help spread the word. It's a noble cause. All right. Shall we continue? I need something a little darker for this one. No, still a little darker.
Damn, John, what did you do?
I am Strahd. No. So, we ready?
The night falls. You wait. Looking through the window, you see the moon is blood tinted. The good count has been hunting this night.
The camera sits on the face of a man in his late 50s. Salt and graying hair, salt and pepper beard, chiseled but simple face. As it slowly pans back out, you see him lying on the ground, a pool of blood dripping from his neck, gushing to an amount that no man can survive. Further pulls out, you see he is in a cemetery next to a grave that says Nicolaj Dimitru, with dates that equate to less than a year, equates to the same day. And the eyes shoot open, ice blue, as he awakens. Something has awoken him and burned inside of him. His simple farmer's clothing. He looks around and sees nothing.
Yes, you awake. After embracing your death and preparing yourself to cross the river, you have been held back. You will hear footsteps on the fallen leaves crunching as they approach. As you look against the stark gray of the cemetery, on the grave beside you is a single brilliant blood red rose. The crunching gets louder. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I look down to examine the rose.
It is fresh. You can smell its fragrance. Mightily, might I add.
This fragrance was once that I would have enjoyed, but now repulses me. But I yet still find it haunting and attractive.
You see a tall, lanky skeleton of a man in fine black silk and a large top hat, carrying a shovel.
My friend, who are you?
I am the Undertaker. You can call me Saul.
Well, Saul, I am a man of the faith, and I know my time in here has left me further from my Lord, but I should have passed already.
That's why I am here. You have two choices, man of the cloth. The madam can use you and help you get what your people call revenge. Or I bury you and you stay there forever, driven crazy by your own mind.
I will go with you, my friend, but first I have to stop at home for a few things. If that is, madam, of you speak will allow. It's not the vengeance I seek for my death, but more so the guaranteed safety of my kin. Don't get
Your
me
home
wrong.
is far
whatever-
away.
Alright then, at least let me grab my things then. And I'll, if they like give the nod of approval, I will walk over to my ox that since I was in town selling, and I will grab my chainmail, which is very, very rusty from old age, but you never know with people on the road if you ever need protection, and I will don it, and then I will grab my sickle strapped to my side, and then more importantly, my scythe.
The
Who is this
the Undertaker
mistress?
will laugh, seeing the sides.
Saul, I know you what you think. There are many portrayals of who I assume you are. Often with this instrument of death, but this instrument of death is also a means of life. It harvests that which gives us purpose and fuel for our fires that burn within. Is with this scythe, I will protect those that need protecting, protect my kin, protect my Holy Spirit.
I don't know nothing about protecting no kin or holy spirits, but you look funny as fuck.
Thank you. So,
Come
this
on.
mistress of yours, who is she?
Her name is Madam Eva. You'll never meet her soon enough. He's mimicking you now, mocking you. He turns and
Madam
starts
Eva?
walking.
You
Yep.
said Madam Eva? Okay, cool. And Saul. I will slap my ox on the hide to kind of send it home. And then I will follow along. And pray that the ox with the gold from selling and the goods from trading will find my family.
Roll a D100. Let's find out.
$96.
It does.
That's a good ox. I know when I get fine greater Steve when I'm calling back.
As you walk with Saul, you notice that foliage weakens as he draws near it. Flowers shrivel, withdrawing quickly. And as he passes, they spring back to life. He will stop at a thick bank of mills. Your destiny lies that way.
So, I have a feeling that this is until we meet again, not goodbye. So, adios, motherfucker. And I walk towards my destiny.
All right. I did mention we are from mature audiences.
Just reminding the audience.
You walk into the mist. You're lost for several moments. And then you see a dim streetlight, the darkness gnawing at the flames, and figures below it, all seeming unconscious, if they're not already dead.
I look at these figures, try to gauge them before I assist them. And the figures I see, are they the ones that were described here moments ago on our party?
Yes.
In that case, I will start with the man. Okay.
1 second. Ren's having technical difficulties. We're going to go to break and see if we can get it fixed. We'll be right back. Good evening. We have returned. Technical issues taken into hand. The tech gremlins got sticks and clubs and a cat of nine. And now we go forward boldly into our stream. John, as you were saying?
So I see the characters that were described by my fellow castmates. And I look around and I see another guard-looking person who seems a little on the side of like devoutness based on his description, on their description. And so I walk over and I kind of check for a pulse, give a gentle rousing to see if there is any medical attention needed or they're just taking a nap in the street.
All right. Go ahead. Do your thing.
All right. And it was is a roll needed or like with a little shake? Do I check their or medicine check? I guess.
Medicine check.
11. Is this person in need of medical attention?
They are not.
All right.
They are simply unconscious and can be roused easily.
Yep. I go ahead and give a little bit more of a aggressive shake. My friend, what you doing napping in the road?
Whoa. Where am I?
We're in Barovia. Where do you think you from?
This is... I'm from... Well, I'm from a place called Waterdeep. This is...
And at the mention of Waterdeep, my attention turns to him. Waterdeep, that's not a name I've heard in quite some time, my friend. How'd you end up here?
I was doing my patrol, and the moon. I just remember the moon looking very almost like it was like a tinge of blood to it. And then I looked around and saw this mist, and I think I remember a figure. But that's all I remember.
Was this figure a man in a top hat?
I think so.
Seems like our fates might be intertwined, my friend. And I'm not a smart man, but I'd guess these folks over here are probably part of that same thread. Mind helping me rouse them?
Not at all. I'll go over and kind of start nudging people tentatively.
Yeah. I go over to rouse Jochi. Is it obvious that you're a skeleton with your garb?
Not with my garb, no.
Okay. So,
You
like,
get it.
I go with the same vigor that I did all, like, the humanoids, and then feel that, like, there's nothing there once I start pushing on the clothes. And I'm like, and then I give a little gentler, like, tap, 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 tap.
What? Oh, goodness. Hello?
You're in Barovia. Question. Was them meat and them bones before I just roused you? Because, not to alarm you, but I think you may have lost some weight.
Oh, no. This is just me. I'm fine.
Oh, great.
Thank you. Yes, good. No worse for the wear, it would seem. But where's my companion? Damia! And I will get up and scurry over to Damia and
Okay.
and
Right
start
quick
to
before
rouse
that.
her. Okay.
Well, who do you wake?
Probably Ewan? Yeah! Heck yeah, I learned everybody's names before this, and I memorized all of them. He'll go wake the tiefling, Ewan. Just kind of nudge, see Halo, his face. Are you alright?
Screams.
Bah!
As you scream into the night, it seems to be echoed back to you, but more sinister.
And then as the screams are echoing, I take my scythe and I hold it to the neck of the bat-looking creature that I've never seen before in the vampire lands. And I hold it to their neck. And I like give them a little swift kick, but to like kind of keep them pinned down. Ames, you're muted.
Gonna jerk and like as soon as they're awake, you're gonna like they're looking straight at you, but at the same time you can tell their eyes don't really see, but they're looking right at you, and they just let out this series of screeches and clicks very quickly while they're trying to shove themselves away from your side.
I will not let you return to your dark lord, Strahd.
They're gonna
What? Good.
They're gonna look at you for a second. They're gonna mumble up. They're still gonna mumble in this like sounding language, and then they're going to sit there blinking, tilt their head a little while they're still on the ground. You no speak Shadish? No? No Shadish?
No. Speak the common tongue here. Why have you turned us this way? What is your foul purpose?
Where is here? Who is we? Me, Reaper. Where are we?
What do you mean? We're in Barovia, your home. You're not like the other vampires I've seen, but I know a bat when I see one.
No, Barovia, Shadewing. Shadish.
What's
Not
a Shadewing?
me. Reaper. Shadewing.
What's a me? What's a me Reaper?
Gonna be going like this. Me.
Are you
That's what
saying
me
your
call.
name is
Reaper.
your name
Shadewing.
is Reaper,
Yes.
and your body is that of a Shadewing?
Yes.
While still kind of keeping the pressure on, because mind you, it's not the sharp end of the side because it's the back.
Yeah.
End. I like kind of like half turn to the others. Do any of y'all know what a me Reaper Shadewing is?
No, never heard of one of those. Dahlia dear, are you all right? Get up, come on.
Oh. Well, that was unpleasant, but oh well. And she's gonna look up and go, "Oh, Route!" And run up to him, almost like knock him over.
Whoa.
You shrunk or I grew?
Rod's gonna look up at you. I think he's gonna squint his eyes, and his eyes are gonna go wide. And he's gonna like search his pockets, and he's just gonna pull out a tiny silver spoon.
Jami's gonna get a big shit-eating grin on her face.
I didn't think I would see you here, nor did I ever think I would see you again. You have definitely grown.
You usually, did you voluntarily come to Barovia?
This one here was, hang on, and he'll turn to Ewan. Yeah, and put out his hand to help you up off of the ground after being screamed at.
She has scooted back from you and is sitting like curled up with her book across her chest, like held on to it tight, going, no. I have class in the morning. I can't be here. I have class in the morning. Dr. Leroy is already mad at me. I don't have time for this.
Oh, I think it will be all right. It just class in the morning. We'll see about getting back, but perhaps off the ground would be better.
guess so. She'll kind of awkwardly stand up and shy back from you.
It's all right. I'm not really sure. He just kind of starts shaking his head and rubbing his forehead. You said we're Barovia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tyr, would I have
That's
any
where we
idea
are.
where that is?
Give me a history check. You are a student in the Amber Spires.
Yes. What is a Barovia?
This is a Barovia.
It's where I was born.
Oh. You. And I look at Dami and recognize the traits similar to that of my wife, a Vistani. And I start speaking Vistani to her in a traditional greeting of welcome home.
Yeah, Damia will respond right back. She's like calling you cousin.
It's a very, very rough Vistani. It's like Spanglish kind of Vistani. Like, I know enough words to like get by, but if you start going full like speed, I'm like, what?
Like you see her giggle at one point because you mispronounced something the wrong way.
Yeah.
But
instead of saying hello, I said toilet.
What'd you get, Ewan?
16 plus 6.
22. Yes, you've heard of Barovia. A cursed land of nightmare.
You cut out. I did not hear a word of that.
A cursed and horrid land of nightmare, ruled by the undead.
Her eyes go wide as you are all talking, and she's just shaking her head no again.
Book girl, do you know what a Miripa Shadewing is in your studies? Is this a creature that we need to be concerned with?
I don't know what a Shadewing is, but I do know what Barovia is, and I cannot stay here. I'm very sorry. I have class in the morning, and no, just can't.
Okay.
Dear, calm yourself. There is nothing to worry about. I'm sure we're all going to be fine. Here, wait, and I reach and I pull out my pack, and I dig into my pack, and I bring out a bit of cheesecloth with a tie around it, and I undo it, and I pull out some like little dumplings. Yeah, but perhaps something to eat will cheer you up.
Nothing personal, but I don't know you.
Anyone? They're made them fresh today. They're quite good. I offer one to Damia.
she's already got her hand in before you finished your sentence. Like,
it's he one hand on the scythe. Bart grabs his sickle to kind of like point the edge for you to like stick it on the ends that he can like reach and bring it around.
He sticks it on the almost tentatively, like, there you are. Yes, okay.
All right. But you, creature.
Not
What is your-
creature. My name, Reaper, Shadewing.
Okay.
You
Reaper
let me
Shade.
up? I'm not from
What did you-
here.
Why did you come? How?
I don't know. Saw a man, missed, he said I do, and poof, here I am. You pulled me down.
when Reapa says that, it's gonna click in Damia's head, like, oh yeah, okay, cool. And yep, so we were selected for the
I rolled a 4 on insight, so I actually start believing Reapa because I am not an insightful person.
Yes, the man with the hat, very dapperly dressed. He said something about his mistress, yes?
So you've met Saul. Have any of you, all of you met Saul? And I'm like, as I'm saying this, I'm releasing the pressure on the side to let Reapa come to their feet.
Yeah, as soon as you do, like, as soon as the pressure is up enough, he is, like, flash, like, completely as far back as he can get, already up on his feet. And he's pulled his wings all the way around him. He's 6 foot tall, looks a bit like a fruit bat in the face, has amber ruff around the neck now that you can he's standing up, but yeah, incredibly thin, and so when he's wrapped up in his wings, he basically looks like, I don't know, he looks like a little cone with a fuzzy head on top.
I lay down the side. I eat my little Jochi snack. Or actually, no, I'll take the Jochi snack from the sickle, and I lay it down, and then I will slowly approach Reaper, offer the snack I was just given, and say, "It's my apologies, but you'll soon see why I acted the way I did. I meant no disrespect."
His wings are
We're
going to come
all-
down. Go ahead.
We're all a little confused here.
His wings are going to come down a little bit. He's got one ear kind of curled in. He's going to kind of lean forward and sniff it a little bit. That no smell like fruit. What fruit is that?
What was it, Jochi?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. It's a delicate. It's a dough wrapped around a meat with some spices. It's kind of bow-ish. It's quite good. You should try it.
What is meat? He's gonna kind of. He's gonna screw up his face and lean away from the thing being offered.
All right.
Damia's mid dumpling, and she's like, "Wait, bowels? You put bowels in it?"
No, bow-ish. It's fine. You liked it. It's good. Don't worry about what it is. It's fine. It's good and hearty. It will keep you all healthy. I promise. I'm very good at what I do.
Well, seeing that Reapa's not going to take the food, I'll just inhale it. Not even tasting it. Just that's how quickly I'm eating it, because it's not often you're given food without having to trade for it. So I'm not going to let that pass me by. But friends, in this land, we may have all been chosen by Saul, and I know we are confused, and I have made some rash judgments, my friend, and I am sorry, but it is best that we stay close. There are things that go bump in the night.
As you say bump in the night, you hear the sound of a child crying cut through the mist.
So Damia's gonna reach out to try to grab Route. Don't fall for that.
Route just kind of scratches his face. So it appears to me that there's some foul trickery upon.
Hello?
Hello.
There's a child amongst us that we had not seen. And I start looking around for the kid that also got selected by Saul, thinking that that's where I'm hearing the voice from.
You see coming from the mist a young girl, maybe 11 or 12 years old, holding the hand of a small boy, no more than 5 or 6, clutching a teddy bear with dear life. Are you all heroes?
Oh, gods no. I'm just a cook.
And I'm a farmer, but I have served. Where are your parents, child?
We don't know. I think the monster got them.
Monster.
They kept a monster in the basement. We would hear it howling at night. They said they kept it there to keep us safe.
Would you be willing to lead us to that monster?
Yeah, our house is right over here. It is a large stone house, about 3 stories up. The windows are dark. The gate on the portcullis is hanging loose. The yard is a unmastered verge. It is, for all intents and purposes, spooky as fuck, we will call it.
As we're walking over there, I'll kind of sidle up to Ewan. My friend, do you have a spare piece of paper and some ink I can borrow for a moment?
Oh, I have pen and paper. She'll take off her pack for a moment, root through it, pull out a pen and paper, and then look up at Bart for the first time, like really seeing his face. What does Bart look like again?
So like a human in his mid to late 50s, graying hair, salt and pepper beard, sun tanned from working out in the fields. As even though it doesn't get very bright here in Barovia, there's still a little bit of quote unquote daylight sometimes. But you know, hard chiseled, kind of looking. Except he has like piercing blue eyes that kind of almost have a little bit of a glow to them.
Okay.
And then I start writing on the paper, to whom it may concern, at the Division of Barovian Child Services. Did you forget that this is also a comedy podcast? Very extreme. I will Scooby-Doo the shit out of your Barovia. It's good to be back. So yeah, I start writing a letter
Good
to
to have you
Child
back.
Services about the parents that keep a monster in the basement with children present. As we approach the house.
Ewan kind of hangs back for a second as the others start to move, and then has that moment of I'm afraid to go, but I'm too afraid to stay by myself, and we'll scurry up and like take up the tail there.
Yeah. Jochi is firmly hanging back as well. Like it will be like right there next to Ewan, like not wanting to go in. Like I'm not. This is monster. There's no. I don't want to. Monster. That's stupid. I'm here to cook food. I don't want to.
Reapa's a mix of confused, excited, and also slightly scared, so he's standing behind everybody. He's like unwrapped his wings a bit, so his wings are behind him now, and you can tell he's got full arms and legs. They're just longer than normal. He just looks like a very thin humanoid bat. But he's like watching everything, but is only moving when the stragglers of the group also move.
And then as I finish my letter, my dad instincts are kicking in, and so I'm probably towards the front of the pack, following
Okay.
the children in need.
Rout's also
They-
in the front.
They stop outside the entrance to this manor. There's a large wrought iron gate hanging on rusty hinges, and a latch that is fashioned in the shape of a hound with its teeth bared. You can see beyond the gate there are 2 oil lamps burning that light up the white stone that is the portcullis. 2 black spots of soot above these oil lamps, showing that they've been burning for some time. Their glow reflected by that of 2 oaken doors.
Is this your parents' place, the home you were raised in, children?
Uh-huh.
And you said your parents went missing?
Uh-huh. The
Can I
little boy will
insight-
start to cry again.
Can I insight that?
Inside it.
$15?
They're truthful. They honestly are telling you what they think is the truth.
And child, when was the last time you saw your mommy and daddy?
Yesterday?
Very well then. Rout will take out his great axe and kind of push forward. Not really concerned if anybody else is going to follow him, as he is determined now that the
1 second, my friend. And I grab a stone out of my pocket and I shink it across the blade of my scythe. Put it back. Just had to do that real quick. Make sure it was ready to go. And I take a step as well. My friends in the back. Here in Barovia, There are monsters and death all around, but that doesn't mean that we have to succumb to the darkness. We can be the light, especially for the children.
In Vistani, Damia goes, yeah, unless the kids are going to eat our faces off. That happens in Barovia, too.
And in Vistani, I say, why do you think I sharpened my scythe?
When you mention anything about light, Reapa just kind of mumbles in that weird squeaky click whistle language, and he has goggles on his forehead. He drops them down. Light not good. Light hurt eyes.
Start. I will, with assuming that Route is next to me at the front, I'll just take the knocker on the door and.
It echoes into the house. Doom, doom, doom. But there is no answer.
Oh, well, too bad. Looks like Lord Soth isn't home. I guess we can all go now.
Can I check the, lock on the door? Is it locked?
It's not.
So, Damia's gonna pop the door open. Oh, look! They're expecting us!
And then, do you enter?
No, she's waiting for y'all to enter. She opened the door and was like, oh, look! They're expecting us!
I was just seeing if you were, jumping in front or not.
Oh, no.
Are the children, are they with us?
They're back behind all of you, like, no, the monster.
Children of this house who live here, would you like me to enter your home and find your parents?
Please,
Do I have your permission to do that?
you do.
All right. I enter the house.
Okay.
They're minors!
Listen, just because we're fighting monsters and stuff doesn't mean we can't do things the right way. Also, I don't know if I'm allowed to enter without being invited. I haven't tried yet.
Well, why wouldn't you be allowed to enter without being invited?
Because he's a man of the cloth.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I don't know a lot of priests and clerics, sorry.
Oh no, I'm a farmer, but I'm a very devout man. And Barovia has some interesting rules about things.
I believe that.
Route shakes his head and just pushes through the door.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this and then go home, right?
Yes, dear.
Of course, dear, of course.
Okay, good, because I cannot be late for class.
Think of this as an independent study.
Oh, Professor LaRosse says I'm not ready for independent study. He says that I am way too weak of a student for that.
Or was that him trying to do reverse roleplay on you? To try to make you think you weren't ready, but in fact
Professor
you
was
are.
not doing roleplay. No.
No, sorry. Reverse psychology.
Sure,
Oh
yes.
no, he's
All
just
right,
a very
well,
rude, blunt man.
yes, sounds like it. Can we get this over with if we are doing this? This place has the look of the Black Rose upon it, and I do not like it.
You wanted to adventure. Slaying monsters is part of adventuring.
No, I wanted to cook for adventurers. The adventurers deserve to eat well on the road. This...
Okay, but we have to adventure first, and then we're adventurers, and then you can be master cook of the adventurers. And she's gonna start nudging people through the door.
I'm great at the expedition part. It's the monsters that... Alright, here we go. And tentatively, not having any other implements on him, Jochi reaches to his belt and pulls out his chef's knife.
Alright. The children said that there was a monster in the basement.
Yes.
Or that's what their parents kept it. So, well, should we just take the quickest line and head straight downstairs, or do we want to try to find out what happened first?
What's the layout that we see when we first walk into the door?
You walk into a grand foyer. The walls are decorative mahogany. The stone marble is laid in a geometric pattern to cover the room. Across from you is a shield, emblazoned on it a windmill on a red field. Beside it, on either side, in beautiful golden frames, are aristocrats, perhaps family that has long been dead.
It's a pretty.
You also
decorative place.
see next to the portraits is another set of double doors.
Well, considering there's only one way in or out of this room, other than the door that we just went through, I think we're best as we explore and trying to find the basement.
Oh, may I help?
Of course. I think this is best that we should probably be upfront about our skills. I used to be a soldier in the Waterdeep Army, and I have some basic handlings with a mastery of the great axe and the whip.
Oh, I'm the daughter of a shopkeeper, and I'm studying magic.
Perfect. The attachment to the weave is always very useful in times like this.
So, Petir, I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Casting Detect Magic, there's a sheen that covers your eyes that those looking at you will notice. And to your eyes and your eyes alone, anything that is magic would glow blue. But there is nothing in this room that glows.
Okay. So I would like to use. Well, first I'm going to confirm with the group. So, are we going through the doors, or do you want to go a different way?
I think the doors would be the best way to go through.
Okay.
I'm not a man that likes to take the roundabout way. I've found that it's often the simplest approach is the easiest way, the simplest way to go.
Oh, that's fair. On the off
Simple
chance
is as
that
simple does.
on the off chance there's something behind the door, everybody step back just a little bit, please.
Yes, of course. Skills wise, I'm good with a knife against vegetables anyway. That's about it. I've cooked for emperors and kings, though. I'm quite good at that. The king of Palanthus loved my soups and the roast. Well, everything else.
Once everyone has stepped back, I'm going to use Mage Hand, and I'd like to try to use it to turn the doorknob to see if it's locked.
It is not locked.
We'll have the Mage Hand very gently push the door open.
The door creaks as it opens. Inward towards you. There is a room that is dark, except for the soft glow of a fireplace on the far end.
There. Okay. Now what?
We do this, and Rout readies his battle axe and walks into the room.
As you walk into the room, the sconces on the walls come to life. Flame dancing, casting long shadows on the decorative paneling. The floor is white marble. The fireplace you can now see is decorative black stone with serpents' heads meeting on the mantle. There is a door to the left. To the character's left at this time. There is a red marble staircase extending up.
friends, let's I don't see the entrance to the basement right here, so I guess we go check out the door, because last I checked, basements are down, not up.
So my detect magic lasts 10 minutes. Does anything in this room glow?
Nothing in this room glows.
Okay.
Except for the sconces. The sconces are magical.
You said the floor was white marble and the sconces and all that lit up. Would this room be considered brightly lit?
No.
Okay.
Oh, and for anyone who understands it, when she's casting, well, it's very quiet. It's an infernal, in case anyone recognizes it. Would you like me to do the door again?
That would be very helpful, as it seems no one has stepped forward with any what we would usually call thief skills.
You mean maybe sneaky sneak? Me sneaky sneak?
Do you find yourself getting into places that you often shouldn't?
Not lately.
I think you said your name was Reaper?
Reaper, yes, Reaper.
All right, Reaper. My name is Round. I'm you said you were a shade wing?
Yes.
Shade-ish?
The shade wing. Shade dish is our language.
I got you. What I'm an Asimar. My heritage. But if I'm no good with if you have any training in being able to do locks or making picks or whatever, that might be something that you probably want to look at first.
Okay. Me sneak. He'll go over and look at the door.
Give me an investigation check. And a perception check.
Okay.
And then I think after you're done looking at it, I think your trick with what kind of magic is that?
Oh, it's my mage hand. It lets me touch things without actually touching them.
I think that's the safest route in opening doors sometimes.
I figured it would let us all stay back just in case something jumped out at us.
Good idea.
Hate's here.
Yeah.
Are the kids still with us?
No, they wouldn't come in. They stayed out.
Okay, they stayed outside. Okay, just checking.
Okay.
Sorry.
Investigation was 16, and you said perception as well?
Yep.
Okay, that's an 18.
As you are walking towards the door, you feel a breeze, a draft, touch your face. And you smell a damp smell.
Oh. Anybody else smell that? Ugh. Smells kind of damp. Wet. Ugh. Gonna look at the lock. Is the door,
It is locked.
You want me to try to unlock?
Route nods.
I don't see anything magical on it, so hopefully that means there's no trap on it or anything like that. I've heard stories about people doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, I can look for traps. Check it for traps.
Investigation.
Okay. That is a 22.
You don't know if it's a trap or not, but beside the door, in the paneling, there's a falsetta. It's not. It looks like it could be removed.
Not sure what this is. Looks like it doesn't belong or can move. And they're gonna point to the door jamb. Not sure if this trap. They'll look at that closer. Can they tell if they can move it?
As you look closer, the first thing you notice that in the paneling is designs. It is serpents.
Oh.
You can move this. This is meant to pull out.
Oh. I see. And they're gonna pull it out.
Pulling it out, you see a keyhole.
Aha! Guess try to unlock it.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Okie doke. 15 plus 7, 22.
As you unlock it, you smell that scent again. As beside you cracks open, revealing a secret door.
Ugh. That smells like when fur wet too long. Ugh. They're gonna back away from the door.
Route will step up and kind of pat Reaper on the back. He's 4 feet tall and you're 6 feet tall, so he's gonna like be respectful but like encourage and be like, that's a good job right there, Reaper.
Thank you, I tried.
Tyr, I have the dark vision for 60 feet. I'd like to go to the edge of that door and peer in.
You peer in. When we get back from our last break, I'll tell you what you see. We're going to take 10 minutes, get our beverages, some cookie snacks, and we'll be back. And we're back. Thank you so much for hanging out while we got our beverages of choice, our sneaky snacks, and handled our business. We are in the creepy world of Barovia, in a house, an unusual house, with a secret door in the grand hall that Route is looking into. As you peer into the door, you see a series of cloaks hanging on pegs. Beside each cloak is a shelf with a mask, porcelain white.
Well, there doesn't seem to be a staircase in this room. He'll turn around and be like, I guess we try that other door.
Reaper's gonna peer in with their echolocation, and they're just gonna look, and they're just gonna tilt their head a little bit. People weird. Other door?
Well, hold on, friends. In life, sometimes not everything's as it seems. Like you found a door hidden, there could be a stairwell hidden. We should at least go in and actually take a look at some things. And so I'm gonna go in and like kind of investigate and see if I can't find any hidden paths or anything like that.
As you open the door, Ewan, your detect magic kicks off. The masks are glowing blue with transformative
What?
transformative magic. The masks.
Oh. Interesting. And I mean, 'cause since no one else can see them glowing, they just see Ewing get kind of close. She's not touching the masks, but she's taking a very good look at them. Have I ever heard of anything like this?
No, not like
familiar
this.
with it. How unusual.
So, Bart, as you enter and begin to look, you find there is on the right-hand side, I'm sorry, a cupboard door.
A cupboard door?
Yes.
Well, see here, friends. You know, this is why we look with eyes and not with our eyes from afar. Yes, that's why we look with our eyes up close. See, there's a door covered here. And
Cupboard.
he's gonna go.
Cupboard.
Oh, cupboard, not covered. Got it. So I open up the cupboard door.
You see a large stovepipe hat.
Is this similar to Saul's hat?
Yes.
It seems our friend Saul is leaving clues for us.
If I might, I was invited to a party once in it was in Quellanos. Yes, and it was I'd say party, really orgy is closer to the never mind. But you had to put on the mask and the cloak before it let you enter, because it was all anonymous and you couldn't wear anything under the and not important. But perhaps taking the mask and the cloak is so it opens the way. If you I'm going to shut up now.
All right. I pull out the stovepipe hat.
All right.
Does anything? Is there any markings or anything inside that like give some clues to who our benefactor might be?
No, there is not.
All right. And then if I don't see anything else, I will exit the room and head back out.
All righty.
All right, Rob, you were saying we were gonna try the other door?
Yeah, I was just thinking if Reaper could do what he did to the door here, and then perhaps we use the mage hand technique. I think that's a good idea right there.
Okay.
Ewan can't help herself. She's going to reach up and touch one of the masks. And if nothing
Okay.
happens, she's going to pick it up off the hook gently.
Okay.
She'll just basically take it with her out of the room as she follows the others. She's still looking at it, though.
Okay.
Reaper
James, I
will,
think you're muted. Oh, there you are. Sorry.
Reaper
you're good.
will look at the other door. Is it locked?
It is.
They'll check for traps.
Investigation.
That is a 14.
There does not seem to be any traps.
They're very quietly like, it's not really mumbles. It's like little squeaks and like almost sounds like purring, chittering noise while they're working. But they'll try to unlock it.
By the hand.
Yep, that is a 21. No, sorry, dirty 20.
It unlocks easily.
All done.
All right then. Well, let's everybody take a few steps back.
Huh?
We were just preparing for you to use your you called it the mage hand?
Oh, yeah. Here's the mask small enough she can tuck it in her pouch, or would she need to put it in her backpack?
You should need to put it in her backpack.
She'll take just a second to put it in her backpack. And cast Mage Hand. Using it to gently open the door.
The door opens. It is a den. A hunter's den. Damia, this would look very familiar to your kind. Above the fireplace is the large head of a stag, in its mouth a sword. There are woven heads about the room, and a statue, or rather a carving, of a wolf sitting beside the fireplace with emerald eyes.
Well, darn. Doesn't seem like there's a door in here either.
But remember, in the other room I found Saul's hat. Maybe we should take a look around here and see if there's anything else our friend left for us. So I'll go ahead and take a look around.
Damia's just gonna pick up items in the room while you're looking too, like she's helping.
And for a note, since Jochi was hanging back, after seeing as everyone's filing into the next room, Jochi's gonna slip over and grab a cloak and a mask off the pegs in the hidden area and take them with him as well.
Okay. Give me an investigation, Bart. And I need a luck check, Damia.
Is that a 20 or 100?
20.
Bart rolled a 14 for investigation.
There does not seem to be any hidden doors here.
All right.
18 for luck.
You find a golden paperweight that looks like a wolf. When you touch it, you hear growling. As the carving of the wolf begins to move. Its head turning left and right, its mouth opening to show its teeth as it bears to attack. And this is where we come to an end for the evening. Oh, come on, that was worth at least one.
You bastard.
You bastard, yeah. That's...
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hate to cut it short. I'm in a lot of pain. So, yeah.
That's good. A good cliffhanger as we deal with some carved wolves.
Yep. So let's go ahead, take this time to remind people who we are, where they can find us, and let's make our exit.
Hi, yes, this is Ames. Tonight I was playing Reapa, a 6-foot tall Shadewing. He is, I forgot to say it earlier, he is a he, him, and I am a she, her. And you can find me on Twitter at LollyGFIFO.
Hello, Internet. It's me, your boy Patrick. I was playing Route, a 4-foot tall Asimar, who looks more gnomish than human. And you can't find me on the internet anymore. I don't live on the internet anymore. So enjoy your internet. Be safe. Stay safe. Be cool.
Hi, gamers. I yet remain Locke Clark, and I was Jochi Karif, and I was your 6'4" Bone Man chef.
No, you are a bone daddy.
I'm a bone daddy. And I'm just here to cook, man. You can find me all over. I'm a he, him, so is Jochi. You can find me all over the internet at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ren Matley. I was the voice of Ewan, the Tiefling Wizard. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley or on Blue Sky at Ren Matley.
Hey everybody, this is Christina. I was the voice of Damia, the just plain old human. And you can find me on Twitter at Tia Morska or on Blue Sky at Jelly Kisses.
And I am John, and I was playing your Damphia Paladin, Bot, and Dimitru. Both of us are he, him. And you can find John on the internet at some variation of that film guy. And Tyr, you're muted.
And I am Tyr the DM, as I said, and have proven tonight I'm the world's okayest DM. I want to remind you to love each other, be kind one to another. Remember that love and inclusion, these are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torchbearers. And until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys.